Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video of the paid request, this time from Elliott. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for 2 more episodes of Doctor Who, Season 1. This time, World War III and Dalek. Now, I reviewed a couple of these, and I mentioned how I do like this Christopher Eccleston, who only lasted 1 year as Doctor Who. I liked his energy. I thought he brought a nice certain vulnerability to the Doctor. I probably had issues with the producers and stuff. That's why he only did 1 season, which is too bad. Now, this is a sequel to the last episode where there was these aliens, but they faked the landing of a different alien, the Swerve people, so that these aliens could get into human skins, pretend to be the Prime Minister and company, and you find out more of what that's about in this. Now, granted, the fact that they're stuck in these suits, and because of that they release this gas, which is a fart. I kind of wish that wasn't the case. That's not really my favorite type of joke. But I do like the look of the aliens. They're like these puffy cheeks and black, big, oval eyes and like a baby alien face, but thick, rickety body. I don't know how else to put it. And I do like the way it started, because at the end of the previous one, the aliens are shocking the humans. But then when this begins, the doc goes, "Yeah, daily the humans maybe," and fires it back, and it blasts the creature, and then the credits start. I'm like, oh, that's a cool way to start it, with a nice badass moment. So running around, you got his new assistant, Rose, who's with this other lady, Harriet, which you didn't recognize the actress she played, Simon Pegg's mom in Shaun of the Dead. I do like that actress. They're kind of running from the aliens, they're hiding. As about ready to be attacked, the doctor comes in and saves them. Rose's boyfriend helps Rose's mom out, and they're dealing with aliens. He's also able to hack in and find the signal. They're able to find the alien's weakness in order to make it explode. And you're able to find out what the plan is, which at least was a bit more unique than other plans. It's like, what is it, invasion? What makes you think we want to invade this? Pretty much, what makes you think we want to invade this place? It's because they want to do it for money. Meaning, they want to do it because they want to create a nuclear war, devastate the planet, and then sell the radioactive pieces to people out in space who will use that to fuel their ships or whatever the hell the case may be. So they're there to make money. So I thought, okay, that's a bit different. That's a bit more unique. I would say this episode that definitely felt like it was moving. It was just moving at a fairly rapid pace, and it didn't really stop much to take a breather. So, spoiler, by the end, the aliens pretend to be the Prime Minister, able to, we gotta fight and we gotta get these aliens that landed, and they're the bad guys, so we're gonna send a missile to them. When secretly they're gonna send a missile to somewhere else. But before they do that, the Dot's like, listen, let's barricade ourselves in, get this guy, your boyfriend Rose, to shoot this missile in order to blow up those aliens. Which it does, and of course, our characters are safe. I do like the vulnerability of the Doctor, like I said. You tell that he really cares for Rose. He tells about how, he doesn't want to do this because he doesn't want to risk her getting hurt. And before that, when the mom questions, how many times do you keep doing this? Until maybe she gets hurt. And the doctor kind of stops, and you tell he's got to I keep repeating the vulnerability with him. That he does care. He's not higher. He's not above all this reproach. He may be an alien entity who is higher on the food chain than us, but can still care for one of us, just like anybody else. And even gives the option for Rose, if she wants to quit, but she sticks with it. Even gives the option of the boyfriend, hey, you want to come on and join? But he's like, nah, ain't for me, but could not tell Rose about it. So the doctor makes up a lie and covers for him. So, yeah, that relationship between Rose and her boy ain't going to work out. But, I mean, it was nice for Rose to see her mom again and get a little bit of those tears back in from the pilot. Like I said, it had a good forward momentum. Other than, the idea that they fart and then, the way they killed them is stuff, something about them being calcium something. So they use like pickled eggs and stuff to throw at it to kill the alien. I'm like, okay, sure. But, I didn't mind that episode. And I would say the next one, Dalek, is one of my favorite episodes so far of this season of the show. Because Doctor Who and Rose, they get to Utah in 2012 and they see this alien museum. And then soon after, they're caught and arrested. And this guy named Van Staten owns the place. And what he does, he finds aliens and tortures them for information. So now he knows that the doctor seems like he could communicate with other aliens. So they'll talk to this one. And when the doctor comes in, he realizes it's a Dalek. It's like a little creature inside this metal robot thing. Or in this case, is chained up. And you tell the doctor, has quite a bit of times in the past run into these guys. He says, you gotta kill it, you gotta kill it. One of the few times you see Doctor Who with a scared look on his face. And then he realizes that the Dalek has no weaponry, so he's like laughing and even trying to fry it. Just from what I understand, again, I'm not a Doctor Who expert, but there was a war between the Time Lords, which was Doctor Who's race, and the Daleks. And a lot of them kind of killed each other off and kind of mortal enemies. And I thought this is one of the best episodes of the season because I do like the design of the Dalek. When eventually it does get released, it becomes almost like a horror film in a way. Granted, no gore or anything. If he kills people, it's because of electrocuting them, or maybe zapping them. But nothing grisly or gore or anything. But still, your creature run amok, killing people one by one. But there's a nice undercurrent of these two are the last remaining bloke of their species. And one becomes more about life, while one is becoming more of a let's destroy. That's the one goal. Now you can see Doctor Who's point of view of wanting to destroy this thing no matter what, because of the history he's had on the show, from what I understand, of the Daleks and all that stuff. But then Rose, because the reason it started up again and was able to break free of the chains, she touched it. I guess the idea is that if DNA of a human gets into it, it messes with their program and starts feeling things. So it was interesting to see the power of the Dalek. It could evaporate bullets and do all this other stuff. But also that they give this, I can't want to say robot, there's a creature inside, but this robot looking thing a character arc and a bit of a merit where it'll pontificate and go, what was it that his that words? I feel your fear. Why are you alive? When am I? I did like the line earlier where, after he's killed some more, he sees how much hate Doctor Who has, and then I think it's the Dalek who says, "You would make a good Dalek," which stumps. You can tell pisses off Doctor Who even more. But yeah, it lets Rose go. He could kill this one guy, Van Staten, but doesn't because she asked not to. And you see that it's become more vulnerable, more feeling, more guilt, more again pontificating one's self worth. What's its purpose? Now that he's the last one and there's no more orders to be given to him. Even shoots up a bit to look at the sunlight and even opens up its shield to coast itself in the sunlight. At first, Doctor's ready to shoot, but he's like a bit confused, but then it's dawning on him. Now he's mutating, and I'm sorry for that. Because Doctor Who knows that it can't handle it. It's changing, and it seems nice that it could have a bit of humanistic sympathy, but it, with this program, and it can't go further than that. So asks Rose, please give me the order to self-destruct and die. Does so. It dies. And there you go. So again, I like the dichotomy of the mortal enemies and how their points very similar. But anyway, kind of like how Doctor Who was garnered. Really, I mean, Doctor Who has been this way before, to be fair. But I'm just saying, as the show, Rose kind of helped change both of them in a way, where Doctor Who is, I mean, come on, he's pretty much in love with Rose, like you see right here and then, in episodes before, while Dow's been changed because of the DNA. So again, nice to give this creature a character arc, a bit of an emotional payoff, a little bit more meat to the bone than your typical story of this nature. So I do appreciate that. And I like that it takes place in this bunker, so it gives a little bit of a claustrophobic feel to it. Granted, not so much of the lighting, but just the fact they're encased. They don't really have a whole lot to go. And again, it's hard to beat, the creature run amok, or in this case, creature and a robot thing run amok, just killing people left and right. So it felt like there was it felt pretty fast, but it felt like there was a bit going on compared to some of the earlier episodes of the season, I guess I should say. So, yeah, Dalek I really enjoyed. So, there you go. With that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.